First college visit, and he nearly committed on the spot. He was convinced to visit other schools, and Clemson, his last visit, was his final destination. And he nearly played baseball. It was his first love after being inspired by Mariano Rivera's autobiography. He played both sports in high school, but enrolled early at Clemson, ending his high school baseball career. And Uiagalelei's name has brought out some interesting pronunciations. Clemson's football team, they tweeted out a video of his teammates trying to say it. He has a chain that says Big Cinco. It's a nod to his size and the uniform number. Love that nickname. Brian Kelly on Facing the True Freshman this weekend.
He's really an outstanding football player. What we have to do from our end of things more than anything else is whatever he gets, he's got to earn. He can't sit back there and just say, okay, that's an easy throw. I've seen that 100 times. I'm going to take it, because he hasn't seen it 100 times because he is a freshman. Just trying to mix things up a little bit and get our cleats in the ground and, play fast and play physical.
The one thing about Notre Dame, and we talk about Ian Book, but their defense has given up only 10 points per game. Great to have national champ Trevor Matich with us here. And with that backdrop here, playing in South Bend, what do you expect to see from DJ in his first road start?
Well, I expect to see his awesome physical talent, Kevin. And that's not what impressed me most, though, when I watched him against Boston College last week. Because when you are a true freshman quarterback, subbing for a Heisman Trophy candidate in a national championship run, the first job is don't freak out. And I was impressed with the way he kept his head in the game. Now, top of the screen, that's Travis Etienne, running back. And the poor soul who's trying to cover him up there is the middle linebacker, bless his heart. That's inhumane for a lot of reasons. But Uiagalelei is not trying to find an orange jersey to throw to. He throws to the right guy for the right reason. And he should. That's not that hard. This one is hard because they're not even trying to disguise the blitz. They want to get inside the young quarterback's head, but he doesn't bite. He stays focused downfield. He knows how much time he has. And when that corner bails, he knows what to do with the ball. Now, Kevin, a lot of young quarterbacks in this situation would fixate on that free runner and try to solve the problem with their legs. But Uiagalelei solves the problem with his mind and his arm from the pocket. That's impressive for a true freshman. Now, Notre Dame's defense can mess with a young quarterback in ways that Boston College couldn't. But even though that'll be a harder test, his first grade, based on the only full game that we have, is so far so good.
Yeah, so far so good. Sounds like an A.
Yeah.
Uiagalelei, by the way, the key in that, those highlights you just showed, find the best player on the field. That's Travis Etienne, number 9. That's why Clemson's a 5.5-point favorite heading into this game on the road. Trevor, thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
All right, Kev, back to the NFL, where no one's really expecting the 2-5 Cowboys to beat the league's last undefeated team Sunday, especially since we still don't know who'll be Dallas' starting quarterback when the Steelers come to town. Garrett Gilbert or Cooper Rush, they're the options, both of whom would be getting their first NFL start just a week after Ben DiNucci got his first career start and then was benched. Here are both quarterbacks today.
For starters, obviously, this is an awesome opportunity. You'd love for it to be under different circumstances. The two of us are preparing, the best we can together to get ready to go win a football game.
It's been a blast getting back into it, getting out there again. At the end of the day, you're preparing for the same goal, so you're helping each other out, and that's your job as a QB. No matter what, we're all on the same team, and just trying to get yourself ready for a game helps everyone, helps the whole team. It's been good.
Obviously Garrett has a little more current experience than Cooper because he's been here, and so we're just working through all that. But my goal is to make sure both guys are ready for Sunday.
Adam Schefter back with us. All right, we just heard McCarthy say what his goal is. It makes sense to have both guys ready for Sunday, but does that mean it'll be a game time decision? What is your take on this?
No, I think that they know. Maybe we won't know until Sunday, but the fact of the matter is, Sage, as a general rule, if you are on your 4th different quarterback going up against the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday, your team is in a difficult, challenging spot. And that's exactly where the Dallas Cowboys find themselves heading into this weekend. They know it's going to be tough, whether it's Garrett Gilbert or Cooper Rush. I think the coaching staff has an idea of the direction, it ultimately will wind up going. On top of that, Zeke Elliott hasn't practiced the last 2 days due to a hamstring injury, though I believe he'll be ready to go on Sunday. But you're going to be going with your fourth different quarterback on Sunday. That is going to be a challenging assignment.
Oh, big time. By the way, fourth different quarterback in just the past 5 games. It's insane. Let's go to the NFC South. Panthers on the road against the Chiefs on Sunday. And Carolina hopes to have running back Christian McCaffrey back for the first time since week 2. Adam, what more can you tell us?
They're operating as if he'll be back on Sunday, Sage. That high ankle sprain is something that he's recovered from here. He's been back at practice. He's been making the cuts. The offense certainly could use him at this point in time. And as the Panthers head coach Matt Rule said today, he is trending toward a return Sunday at Kansas City in a game in which they would need him. There's also a question about Saints quarterback Drew Brees and his availability. He was limited again at practice today due to a shoulder injury. I'm told he's very tough, and he'll find a way somehow to be out there on Sunday that they won't have to go to Taysom Hill or to Jameis Winston. And the other question with New Orleans involves Michael Thomas, the wide receiver, and he also was limited at practice today. But Sean Payton, the Saints head coach, talked as if he's excited to have both Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders back on the field Sunday night against Tampa Bay. I think at this point in time, it would be a surprise if Thomas were not out there. He is tracking to be able to play on Sunday against the Bucs.
All right, Adam Schefter with the very latest from around the league as we get set for Week 9. Thank you.
Thanks, Sage.
Sage, you mentioned Week 9 as we reach the midway point of the season. Here's an updated look at the favorites to win MVP. No question, Russell Wilson remains the favorite, but Patrick Mahomes isn't far behind, and that bad man, Aaron Rodgers, within striking distance at 10-1. For much more in the MVP race, here's PTI.
All right, Wilbon, we're just about at the midway point of the NFL season. Who's the MVP?
Tony, I got a group of, let's just call them finalists, and they start with Big Ben Roethlisberger because he's undefeated. Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes, Rodgers, Brady, Josh Allen, Dalvin Cook, who's got 10 touchdowns in 6 games, and Derrick Henry, who's on pace to rush for like 1,700 yards plus, 111 yards per game. Very impressive. And the quarterbacks are kind of all bunched. Russell Wilson's got 26 touchdowns, but he's also got 6 picks. Patrick Mahomes, 21-1. I'm going to say Roethlisberger. I am. His team's undefeated. It's value, yes, to the league, which he has, but also to your team. And Ben Roethlisberger, I know that the Steelers have a lot of good things working, a lot of assets. Ben Roethlisberger was injured a year ago, and the Steelers didn't amount to squat. He's healthy now. They amount to something. Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah, all those names are good. I guess my objection to this notion is it's sort of like in a horse race. It doesn't really matter who's winning at the half mile.
Right, it doesn't.
It matters who's winning at the mile.
That's right.
It doesn't matter who's winning after 8. It matters who's winning after 16. That changes everything. Brady could have a spectacular year. Brady, I think, is 20-4 right now. Rodgers is 20-2 right now. The point you make about Roethlisberger is totally legitimate in the first half of the season. If they lose 3 or 4, he sinks down a little bit. So I don't know. Almost everybody you watch on TV says Russell Wilson.
I got no argument against Russell Wilson. I wouldn't argue against him. Just, Ben, right now, you said he could lose. But suppose he doesn't. Suppose he keeps him rolling, the Steelers.
No. Yeah.
He's stubborn. That's it. We're done. Back to you.
Tony Mike, thank you. Ahead of Antonio Brown's Buccaneer debut on Sunday, Tom Brady speaks on AB's expectations in his NFL return. Plus, counting down to Thursday Night Football, Louis Riddick standing by with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers' keys to bounce back against the Niners. This is SportsCenter.